movie.
Welcome one, welcome all to Chicagoland Speedway. We've had a ton of great races here before in the past, a great track with a great history. We got 12 cars lined up here on pit road, a lot of faces that we have seen before. Two of the winners, or the first two winners, lined up right behind each other. Juan in the 1 and Ron in the 02. The 02 of Ron, obviously the winner of Daytona, and Juan, last week's winner at Sin City in Las Vegas. And Juan's pole streak has been snapped by the 08 of Guest, who had a brilliant run at the end of that Las Vegas race. So now, with all of that said, let's get to your starting lineup in the 08 of Guest for his first career pole. It is, well, I just said him, Guest in the 08, right down to his outside is Waternet in the 07. And the road number 2, we have Juan, last week's winner in Las Vegas, in the number 1 car, with Minnie filling in for Fujiwara in the number 98 to the outside. And in row number 3, we have Ron in the 02, the Daytona winner, to the inside of Alter in the 88. And in the row right behind him, it's 12 Scorch to the inside of 113 in the 97 Monster Energy Chevrolet. And right behind them, it is the 17 to the inside of the 06. And then rounding out the field is the 99 and the 52. I am joined in the booth today with Diamond.
Hello, everyone.
He commentated the Cup race with Robloxian Alpha and Boo last Saturday. Looking for some great racing here in the Xfinity Series. Gonna try and get one as good as Vegas was. A lot of realistic crashes in that race and a lot of great racing in that event as well. Well, Diamond, I believe we are ready to get these cars rolling and getting them ready to come to life.
I think we are, as this is going to be a really exciting race. Testing definitely showed how the racing will be, as we did a couple of practice races, but honestly, it definitely showed like this could, it might be packed up in the beginning, but could spread out. So we have a lot to see. A little bit of multi-groove racing, but let's get it going here at Chicagoland.
And of course, our officials for today, VK, who's usually a driver for D1 in the number 13, Joe Musa, who is the usual driver for the number 7, and Alpha, with Boo as well being our pit reporter.
Alright, boys, start pacing 100 miles per hour. Row by row. Don't just...
And the field has come to life. We are getting ready to start racing.
Now, hey, I have a question for you, as we always did, as we did the Sturtford Cup race. Do you think that tires will be the main issue for this race, or do you think this will be a fuel mileage situation?
Strategy is always going to be a factor in some of these races, depending on where you go. But I do think that tires will be a bit of a factor in this, as the tire wear will affect the line that you run or how you run that line. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys manage their tires and see if we can get a green flag run long enough to where they could possibly start worrying about fuel.
We are going to go for an extra lap.
As they come here to the restart zone, the control car will have
We're
the
going an
ability.
extra lap.
The start is going to be delayed due to drivers not being lined up properly, so we will wait another extra lap. Gotta wait for the 98 to catch up to his starting spot.
By the way, Alpha, I'm going to say quiet zone regardless. It's also kind of like a cautions coming soon for the drivers.
So the 98 is going to have to get around the rest of the field to get back to his starting position. And then we'll be able to go back green, or go to green.
That's all we have. I guess we'll
D2 of course being planned to have been a learning experience for drivers looking to make their way up to the D1 level, and of course it's going to take a lot of learning to figure out a lot of the simplest things and some of the hardest things too. So and there are a lot of ex D1 drivers in this field as well, or just in this roster entirely.
Control.
We're coming up to the restart zone. And we are green flag racing here in Chicago. Waternet's going to file in right behind Guest in second place. And Waternet's going to try to follow that leader going down into turn number 1.
Yeah, it looks like here in the back we have a battle for third between and it looks like Juan will actually clear Taku in the 98 there, as now we're trying to begin the single file a little bit. We have another battle in the back between the 99 and the 06 of Crazy. They're adoring each other right now.
Out of turn number 4, Guess is going to be leading, but Waternet's going to look down to the inside. Oh, and he's going to try and hook him almost. They almost go into the grass. But Guess is going to lead that first lap of the race.
Here comes Watternet, though. He is now on the inside of Guest. But we have seen, though, if Guest gets down to the middle lane, he might be able to get the runoff, as Watternet's going to slide up right in front of him. And here comes Juan and Otaku on the inside. They're going to shoot right by them. It's going to be 2x2.
Watternet washes up the track coming out of turn number 2, and that's going to open up the door for the guys right behind him. Juan's trying to look to the inside and go back-to-back here in D2. And now the 98 is now attacking the 08. The pole sitter, as he's now falling back. Juan now trying to look for the lead, as now Alter's looking for the lead on the inside. And across the line, Alter's going to lead that lap.
Yeah, it definitely got a little crazy there. There were 3 wide for third there, but it looks like the 98's going to pull in front of them. Guest falling back, as well as Watternet. Seems like that as they got high, it just killed them, as now Ice is going to go on the inside of Watternet, and I think he might have got him high there, because Waternet's going to go on the wall again, and now the 17 is going to chase him now for that, I think that's 6. Yeah, 6 spot.
A lot of jostling for positioning here in Chicagoland. We're going to see a lot of that throughout the race, unless we do get a long green flag run. These guys might spread out just a little bit more than they are right now, as they're jostling even more back there for more position, as Juan is hunting down that 88 machine, trying to get that lead.
Yeah, it seems like Otaku, he's able to find this line right now where he's able to get a little bit of a run mid-corner. And we got a little bit of contact back there. Knight's going to force Scorch down, low line, but it looks like they'll keep it straight. Getting back to a single file line now, but besides Watternet, who I think might get past here about a 17. Off in turn 3 here.
Cross the stripe, and Alter is still going to be your leader, with Juan right in behind him, trying to find an opening for that lead. Top 2 are slowly pulling away, but now the pole sitter is trying to make a move as he's trying to catch up, and Juan's going to push the 88 up the track, and the 88 tags the wall off at turn number 2, but one of Juan, last week's winner, is now back to the lead, or is now to the lead. With the pole sitter of Guest right behind him as they go into turns 3 and 4. And Alter's gonna put the bumper to the 08. The 08 tags the wall. It's gonna lose him a bit of ground, probably a 10th or 2. And they go across the line, and it's gonna be Juan who's going to be leading. He's second in points right now, so he's looking for a good finish to take away that points lead. And he's going to go high, and the pole sitter's looking for the lead once more.
And yeah, Racing This will get that lead there, as we're actually beginning to see this. It was not like Las Vegas, where 2 backs began to spread out, but it looks like almost the whole entire field is almost equally spread out. This is definitely different from Vegas by a long shot. We had definitely a bit of a different setup here, but it's going to give all the drivers the opportunity to see if they can catch up, and hopefully won't have issues. As back there, we had a little bit of trouble off of 4. Watternet got turned by the 17, or I think he might have came up on him on the exit.
For the lead.
A bit tight there.
For the lead, Alter down to the inside as they go into turn number 1. Scorch now trying to make it a 3-car battle, and he is going to make it a 3-car battle. He's
Here
going
comes Racing Guest.
and he takes the lead away from the pole sitter, but the pole sitter of Guest is fighting right back as they go down the back stretch.
They are fighting hard here, training, trying to give that push to Guest in the turn. It looks like Ice is going to get in that middle lane a little bit high, and he's going to get the worst exit. He's going to get put on the wall there. He got sent, and he got trouble. Alter.
The 98 is up in the wall with the 88 of Alter, and they're going to lose a ton of ground because of that, but here comes Waternet back up into 4th place. Now Juan is attacking his teammate for 2nd, as Guest is trying to get away with the lead once more. He's going to get a little tight. That might open the door for the guys behind them. They are not going to get that run that they wanted, though, as Spy's up against the wall back there. And now Waternet's going for 3rd. He's on the high side.
Yeah. From the back right there, Alter kept losing more positions, and he has now fallen all the way back into the, I guess, a little bit of a second pack there behind. They're gonna have to catch up, but we have a couple cars really beginning to fall out of the draft here. But back up to the lead pack, top 4, training in that 98, trying to catch up from the ground that he lost after getting contact. Here comes Juan now. He's gonna get on the inside of Racing Guest. Will he clear him? Yes, he will. Ice is gonna be right behind him. Waternet's gonna try getting to his bumper.
Guest was trying to come right back as they came off of the corner. Now they're going into turns number 3 and 4. Guest trying to look for all the space he can, but with all this battling, the 98 of Mini has now slowly caught his way back up as they're all training as they come out of turn number 4. Now down to the inside. Here comes Guest on Juan. What will the pole sitter do? He's going to try and keep it low, going to try and clear him as they exit off the corner, as everyone has been doing that after they've made a pass. Now Scorch is going to bump him out of the way, make room for the number 12 as he's coming down on the inside. The 7 now looks
2 by 2.
2 by 2 as they come out of the corner.
Yeah, Ice is going to pull away that lead, but here comes Waternet. He's going to make the crossover on Guest to get that inside. Juan's going to be falling right behind him. And look who is cutting back up to these guys. It's going to be training, but look at this. Juan got a little bit tight off of exit, and that's going to let Guest get around him, put him on the wall a little bit on exit, but just because he got tight, he's going to be fine, but Juan's going to lose positions. He's going to have to get back in the draft here. Ice, though, has that lead. Waternet now going to try hunting him down.
Mini managed to get around Juan for 4th place. Now he's looking to the inside as the leaders are going side by side. Waternet's now your new leader as they go down the backstretch. Scorch looking all over the back bumper. Here comes the 98 getting the push from Juan as they're going to be entering the corner. He might have the preferred line. He does not get there, though, to get underneath him. Hold on, the 12's going to wash up as they come out of turn number 3, down to the inside, looking for 2nd place. Waternet currently leading, and Scorch is going to hit the outside wall. Ton of ground lost for him. And there's more contact.
Alter got spun out there on the back, but it looks like he's going to save it. We had a little bit of contact up here. Looks like Juan tried squeezing Guest down. Everyone's going to slide up here. Waternet, Juan, Mini, and that's going to allow, but I think Racing Guest will cover it the best here. He's going to go on the inside of Mini now. Now going to try giving a push to Juan. Possibly to catch him up here. And Juan's going to get a good run here now. Going to try chasing Waternet down the turn 3. Here comes 113 from the back. He's going to be passing Ice right now for that 5th spot.
113 started 2nd to last after getting a qualifying penalty. He got 1/10, I believe, taken off of his time after attacking the wall. New qualifying rules set this season, which do change the way that qualifying happens. Not a whole lot, but enough to where it could honestly ruin your day by since we do have a 12-car cutoff. As you would notice that we don't have the same consistent people each and every week. So it will be it could be very different fields, although the majority of the field do manage to stay the same. Although now we got a battle for 2nd place, and no, they're gonna figure it out. And now the 98's looking to the inside. He pinches the 12, and they go up into the outside wall. They're gonna keep it straight though, no caution. Now here comes Godona down to the inside of 113, looking to make a move. He's going to try and get a 2-fer. That doesn't work out. He's gonna have to back out, but 113 is not. He's gonna keep his spot actually. And while that entire thing happened, Waternet lost the lead to Juan. And And now we have a lead change, and Juan, last week's winner, again trying to go back to back. But Waternet has had some great runs recently. At Daytona, stayed out late, and he's going to tag the wall. But Waternet stayed out late at Daytona, finished second there by just a splitter, and we got cars in the grass back there. They're still managing to keep it straight, but at Las Vegas had a great run, but then got turned off at turn number 4, ending his day, finished a lap down that race. Now he's trying to look for the lead on the high side. It's not going to work. They're going to wash up. We got more cars going up.
A bit of trouble in the back there. Yeah, we got big trouble in the back. Looks like Ice just kind of got very tight and slew with him and Mini. Oh, jump out of his car! He jumped out of his car. He must have been trying to type something. He's sitting in the middle of the track. I don't know about the caution. He's gonna be a lap down. He's gonna be reset. As now we are going to get back to the lead battle here.
We got a car upside down.
God, you teleported the wrong person.
No, I
And
didn't.
yeah, the yellow is now out.
The yellow is going to wave.
Technical.
Wait, didn't you say Scorch wasn't that flipped? Or jumped on his car?
Yeah, you said Scorch.
You said Scorch!
Fuck me, damn it, I thought I said. Oh, fuck. Wait a minute.
Oh my god,
thought I
bro.
said
That's not
fucking-
even my fault. That's your fault.
That's not your fault. That's not your fault. I thought I
So
said.
the caution is now
The
out.
fucking
We'll
Mini.
have the race back coming
That's
off
on
turn
me.
number 4. Juan is going to be leading with Guest all over his back bumper. Guest is not going to get that run that he needs. He's going to try to look to the inside. It will not be enough, and Juan's going to win the race back with Guest in second, and Waternet in third.
Pits are closed. Scorch, I'm sorry, but you have to be TTP'd. Yeah. That's my fault. Well, it's not really my fault, but it's partly.
And with some officiating mistakes or some bad calls or whatever you want to call it, first caution is now out. Pits will be closed, so we will figure out the situation with the guys that are going to be a lap down. Most likely we'll be restarting lap down.
Scorch is going to have new tires anyway. Training is not here, but I think we should be there anyway. Yeah.
Now I'm going to send it down to our pit reporter, Boo, as he will be covering pit road if he's alive.
He's not here.
He's not here. Okay. So I guess.
Looking at your pit strategy, everybody's going to be coming in, no question about it. And a bit of a stack up as they come down into the pits. But Juan coming into the first pit box, trying to go back to back here at Chicagoland. Won last week at Vegas, looking to win today. And Ron in the O2 looking to get his second win of the season. And then a lot of other drivers just looking for a great run today. Waternet looking to break his bad luck streak that has only lasted 2 races so far. Trying to snap it today, get his first victory. And then 113 stopping in the very last pit box, the one closest to the exit. He's going to be getting all of his stuff filled up. And out of pit road, Waternet's going to win the race off pit road with Guest right behind him. 113's following in third. And then Juan, the 06, 99, 02, 92, 12, and 88 will follow in right behind him. Or sorry, 52, my bad.
Scorch, you're gonna have to be TTP because, you got fresh stuff. Because I know it's my bad.
Yeah, he pit.
And everybody comes in.
By the way, it is partially my fault. I should have checked. By the way, we can go green this time. Everyone's here.
Going green this time. We're going to be restarting on lap number 19 of 100. We'll see how the field is going to fare.
Control.
Enough as they're off of turn number 4. Waternet's going to lead them back to the green flag. We are back underway in Chicagoland. Top 4 get a great start a great restart as now Juan's trying to look to the outside of 113. That's not going to work out. The high lane is not quite the preferred line around this track, but everyone mostly single file as they're going double wide back there with the 99 and the 06. 06 going to go wide as well as the 92, or sorry, 52.
And bound back to well, we got a little bit of cars loose back there, and there goes Arthur. I don't know what happened there. He looks like he hit a bump, and he will save it. Warnet's going to get a little bit high here. He's going to exit on the middle lane. He's going to tap the wall, but he will keep that lead. Here comes 97 of 113.
Juan looking for third as they go down into turn number 1. He got the run off of turn number 4, and 113 is going to fall back after getting not that good of an entry. Now the pole sitter of Guest is now looking for the lead on Waternet.
He's going to try. They're moving side by side down the backstretch here. This pack of 4 is broken away with 5th place. Crazy. He's now going to get a battle on the inside. He's going to close the door on Ron, but he's going to get sent up there by a 99. And a little bit of contact, bit of smoke. They're going to be all fine though. Guess going to keep that lead though. It's going to be about two little groups of 4 here. Waternet trying to possibly push Guess, maybe trying to break away here for a little bit. As I say in the back, they're not going to try working together. Almost got on the inside of him and almost spun him out. Here comes 113 though on the inside of Juan. He won't be able to get his nose in. He's just going to keep pushing him.
Down into turn number 3, the 08 still leading here as Waternet's been all over that back bumper for the past lap or two. And the top 4 under a blanket right now as Waternet's trying to look to the inside. Does not have that run to make it happen, although he might try to dive bomb here going into turn number 1. Juan getting a push from the 97 right there in 3rd place. And now the 7's looking to the inside. The 08 washes up the track just a little bit on entry, and they're dooring each other as they go down through the corner. And down the backstretch they go. They're still dooring each other as they go down the back.
I don't think he's happy with him right now. As off of 2, it looks like he gave him a push.
The 08 now is going to fall back. Almost lost 2nd place as well. And he's going to get spun around.
Just in the grass. He's going to get. I think Warner hit the wall, bounced right off back into him, and Guess is not happy with that. He is not happy with him. Guess is going to lose all those positions, and he's going to be very far back. But as I say that, here comes Juan now on the inside of Waternet. Big issues there. That's going to allow the pack of 3.
Water, that's going to be a verbal warning. That was your fault, but you hit the wall.
Guest right now is furious with the 7 car who is battling with him for the race lead. So we'll see if anything will happen between them. Most likely not. But now a new lead change with the number 1 taking the lead away from Waternet as 113 is right in behind them in 3rd place. Top 3 now under a blanket as the 4th guy of Guess, the pole sitter, has now fallen back all the way to 10th place, almost outside of the top 10. Manages to get himself trying to manage to get himself all the way back up to these leaders.
While we have those 3 broken up there, we have there's the pack back here, battling for positions right now. The 17 of Drew's going to get sent up to the outside, and here comes Crazy. He's going to keep putting him there on the outside. It looks like he was banging him a little bit, and he's
and the 06 gets turned into the outside wall.
He's going to get dumped to the moment. That's going to be trouble.
The 17 and the 06 got spun around hard into the outside wall. That's going to be yet again another caution, and the 9
there goes another car spinning. But as I said that, it looks like off of 3, Crazy was just tapping him the whole entire way up. He got sent. Drew, obviously not happy with that, just decided, you know what? If I'm gonna lose positions, he's gonna come down with him, and he spun him right out and caused the 52 to also get involved. I think that might have been Katana, or I might be wrong there, but yeah, definitely a bit of payback already at lap 26.
Crazy, that's not a TTP, that's the 1 out of 3.
the order they crossed the line in was the 1, the 97, and the 7. So that'll be that. So we'll see how this restart will go. Pits are not going to be open this time. They will be closed. So 113 did get around the 7.
I guess for a little bit of time killer here, I guess let's put it in our little early predictions. After just the first couple laps of the race here, who do you think has the strongest car at the moment? And who do you think might be able to close it here?
Well, right now pits will be open this time, but I do believe that it's going to be a bit of a tough decision to see who has the fastest car today. Right now, the top 4 fastest have shown so far, that being the one of Juan, 113, Waternet, and the pole sitter of Guest. Those 4 seem to have some of the fastest cars here today, and there have been some other guys that have been running up front pretty well as well. The 98 was up there for a little bit until, of course, he had his incident, but as they all come down pit road, everyone came in. Except for
we actually had 2 cars stay out there. It was Otaku and Mini. Those 2 guys will stay out as everyone else is now coming down the pit road. We have a couple guys just getting ready to leave pit road right now. Here comes Waternet gonna leave right in front of Peter Pan. Peter Pan leading him though. Guest has left pit road, and now the question is, it looks like off of pit road. Yeah, he will win the race off pit road here. So it looks like the last one will be crazy.
So your leader on the restart is going to be Otaku Alter in the 88. Following in right behind him is the 98 of Mini. And then, of course, 113 will follow in third after he won the race off pit road. So as everybody will be catching up, leaders currently in turns 3 and 4. I imagine that we will be going an extra lap. So,
yeah, Otaku's been a bit of a quiet, driver this race. He hasn't really been up in the front. Kind of been a make-pack driver majority of the race, but he has slowly made his way up. And I'm wondering if him and Mini's strategy here could pay off, because I definitely know tire wear goes down very quickly after a couple laps. So I'm wondering if they feel that maybe with worn tires they might be able to keep up a good pace and maybe begin to pull away from new tires while they have to adjust.
When there's contact between the 08 and the 7, the 08 showing his displeasure between him and the 7. So maybe there will be some conflict between the two. Especially if it's going to be happening under pace laps.
We actually, I guess we're going to recap at Vegas. We saw a lot of that happening. Smart Coder was showing his displeasure towards a couple of drivers, actually. He was not happy with Dark and a couple of other guys. Definitely was trying to send a message during the pace laps. And seemed after the race, not a lot of drivers were on his side. A lot of them at the end actually were mad at him, so we might have a Brad Keselowski versus everyone situation. But in the Cup Series, I don't know how that'll work here, though.
Yes, and of course, this is D2, and as control is given to the front 2. We're going to be going back green flag racing with Mini right behind the leader of Otaku Alter, and they go back green, and we are back to life here in Chicagoland. A surprising great restart for the top. Yeah, a surprising great start for the top 2 who are on the oldest of tires in the entire field. 113 looking to make it a 3-car battle. Would not be surprised if he manages to take the lead away from these top 2 with their older tires. Although, who knows, maybe these 2 are better on the older tires and they're trying a completely different strategy than the entire rest of the field. But as of right now, 113 is keeping up with these top 2. Alter is in the outside wall. He makes contact with the wall, then bounces off right back into Mini. Now it's trying to split the gap with 113. Although now Mini's going to take over the lead, as he actually led that lap by probably just a splitter. And now 113's back into second.
As on that contact on the front stretch, we had a couple of drivers getting contact in the back. Ice was getting a little bit spun out off of 4, and Crazy was able to gain a ton of positions off of that. Now, these top 3 all under a blanket. Warnet trying to catch up to them. 113 is going to dive low on the apron, but he's not going to be able to get to Mini's inside yet. Otaku staying up with them, but he's going to get high, and that's going to allow Warner to get a little bit of a better run. And we have a car!
And Quan having some trouble. He's down into the grass. No idea
should
what's
be
happening
just
there.
fine.
And surprisingly, out on the oldest tires is the 98, but I might have spoken too soon. It's now 113's down to the inside. They're side by side going down the backstretch. I imagine this drag race will not last too long as they go down into the corner. 113 is going to have the preferred line with the freshest of tires, and Mini's going to be on the high side. He's going to lose a bit of ground. He might lose another spot to Waternet and maybe Alter, and they make contact. Mini went up into the outside wall.
That was going to be the same spot there that Waternet did that to Guest. And actually, as I say that, Guest is currently sitting in 5th place right now. He's probably going to wait to come back up the Waternet, and he might not be done showing that displeasure back at him, as now here comes Alter on the inside of Waternet down the backstretch here. Looks like our Lear hit a bump, but he'll be just fine. He's going to try passing him on the inside. It seems like I was right about those tires. They're able to stay in this top 5 with the old tires, but they are definitely putting a battle.
Oh, and there's more contact. The 88 almost got spun there. He managed to save it, but now look at this. The 08 is now right behind the 7. Will the 08 think of the bigger picture, or will he only see red? We'll see as they go down into turn number 1. He's going to be right on his bumper. I imagine he's probably just going to bump him out of the way. We're going to see the 7's going to go wide. 3 wide for a moment. Yes, no, they're still 3 wide. They managed to keep it straight, and they're still 3 wide. They were 3 wide, but the 7's going to let the 08 by cleanly. The 08 is now trying to make a move for 2nd place. There's just a lot of jostling for position. There's a lot of contact. The 7's up into the outside wall with the 98. A lot of contact there. We have a lot of issues here.
But look at this, as you can see, off of all this battling behind them, 113 has pulled out to a humongous lead, over a second. But now Racing Guest, your pole sitter, back in the 2nd place spot. Alter right behind him. He's going to be on a charge. But guess who's back up after all the chaos? Juan has been able to climb back up. And he's right now in front of Warner. And we have more trouble. Looks like Crazy's going to jump out of his car.
So he will be yet again another lap down. We'll see how that fares for him. But surprisingly, Alter in the 88 still managing the top 3. Oh, we got trouble between the 99 and the 02. They're making contact. They went down into the grass. They're going to have to merge safely. And very, very questionable here for a couple drivers. Not see the full incident, but that obviously will be under review, as now Kwanzaa trying to look to the inside of Alter. Those tires on the 88 must be let go at this point. And the 98 might be thinking about pitting soon as well, as he's back in 7th as of right now. Might lose more spots if he's not careful enough. But now the 88 is going to get forced wide. And now the 7 is going to look to the inside. And now the 08 trying to... The 08 trying to hunt down that 97. Trying to get that lead back. The pole sitter trying to sweep the day.
And we have a little bit of trouble there. It's going to be the 17 of... It's going to be Drew. He's going to get contact with Alter there. It's going to be a little bit of issues, but they're all going to single file back out. It seems like these guys on all their tires just were not able to keep up the pace for long, as they have fallen back a lot of positions. They're going to have to rethink their strategy. But yes, as I said, single file racing, honestly, a huge gap between some guys. Big question now is I guess, fuel.
And take a look at this, though. The 1 is all over the back bumper of the 08, trying to get the position of 2nd place from the 08, although he could try to be working with the 08 to catch up to the 97 of 113. Guest, of course, the pole sitter, and then Quan in the 1 car. Oh, and 113 gets getting sideways going into the corner. He's going to lose it, and a ton of ground is lost for the 97. He's lost all of his lead, and now the 08 is trying to pounce. He's going to try and
He's gonna get a ton of ground there.
There's a bit of a block from the 97. Now trying to go in down to the inside as they enter the corner is the 08. He might bump him here, or the 97 is just going to go wide, and now the 08 is going to take advantage. Guess now trying to make a move for the lead with the 1 right behind him. And as they come off of turn number 2, and the 08 has cleared him, now the 1 is going to try and make a move. He might try to look to the inside here, and he's not going to get there though. And the 97 is going to lose again another spot. But a ton of drama for the leaders, or the top performers as of right now. And Waternet's now caught up to these guys in 4th place. He's trying to catch up to the 08 for that race lead. And a lot of chaos for this race. Oh, and we got more drama between these two, and not really drama, but side by side battling for this race lead.
Gonna be boring here. Juan is giving him barely any room down this backstretch here.
They're drag racing as they go down into the corner. Juan's looking to the inside still, and he's gonna clear him as they go into the corner. And now who is right on the back bumper of the 97 is the 7 of Waternet, trying to get by him for that 3rd place. But now the 08 is all over the back bumper of Juan for the race lead.
They are going to be battling here. They're just, as now Waternet, he's now going to be trying to make a move on 97, as he has just been falling back ever since he hit that bump and got loose. Juan trying to gain a little bit of space between him and Racing Guest. They're just now beginning the next group to pull away. A huge gap though between the top 4 and the 5th place driver Peter Pan. Almost about a second between. As now, I think it's time we can look at the back of the pack here. We're going to take a look back and see if there's any battles. Right now, we have a little battle between Drew and Ice. They're just battling back here for position, but Ice trying to make up a lot of ground after a little bit of a technical mistake by us and the officials, but he has thankfully been charging his way back up.
Oh, by the way, when you're pitting, make sure to put P in the chat so that we know that you're pitting.
And speaking of pitters, the guy that is not, one of the two that did not hit during that pit cycle is the 98 of Mini, getting all fresh tires and full fuel, coming out of the pit road right now. So we'll have someone watch him to make sure that he does not speed. But now he's about to go a lap down, unsurprisingly, on that pit.
Mini, that's a drive-through penalty.
And Mini's going to speed on pit road. And now trying to look down to the inside is the 08. He's trying to make a move for the lead on Juan. Guess
Mini,
down to the
just
inside.
Go. You're going to get the...
They're drag racing down the back. They're almost dooring each other. The 08 of Guess is going to have the preferred line going into turn number 3. Juan's on the outside. He might fall back a little bit. Now coming off of turn number 4. Juan with the edge out in front, but the 08's going to get the better launch off.
Yeah, he actually put him on the wall there, but it looks like right now there's going to be a little bit of a gap. He's going to have to... What will Juan run here? Will he dive bomb? Yes, he is. It's going to be a crossover. He's going to get under Racing Guest. Racing Guest is going to slide high, but can he get the run right back to his bumper off of turn 2 here? No, he can't. It's going to be still a big battle here. Down the back stretch. There's single file, but who will have the edge here running one? Juan's going to enter a little bit high. He's going to turn a little bit late. That's going to let Racing Guest get to the bumper of him. He is going to hold it, as now we have Peanut, who's going to be coming down pit road now, as he just announced on the radio. Racing Guest on the outside of Juan. What can he do?
Mini, you have 2 laps to serve penalty. I recommend you just do it right now.
Now Alter and the 52 will be coming down this time. Now keep in mind that Juan and Guest are both teammates, so they might want to race each other as clean as possible. That way they don't create any type of rivalry between these two, especially come time for the championship. We do not want any mistake here today to have a long-term effect between these two teammates.
Yeah, definitely a bit of an... Definitely continuing this battle now, but they are beginning to separate again, but every time that we have said that, second place has always been able to catch back up to him. As we're going to go back again, it looks like Ice is battling now for that 6th place spot. He is just going to be coming. He's going to be pushing hard.
We do have drivers down pit road. Spy in the 17, he got out of his pit box all cleanly. Let's see if he gets out pit road cleanly, and he does. Now the 52 is going to be coming off a turn, coming off the pits with Otaku right behind him. They both get out cleanly. And who was supposed to be serving his drive-through penalty in the 98 of Mini has decided to just pit. So no idea what's happening between them.
This will just count as Mini's drive-through penalty since he's not gaining anything off it anyway.
We will see. Well, we will see where that puts him. Gonna put him multiple laps down though, so I don't know what kind of a call that would be. Very interesting call, I would say. And now we have Ron, the Daytona winner, coming down pit road as well. Will we see these leaders come down pit road anytime soon? We'll have to wait and see when that's going to happen, unless of course we do have a caution.
I don't know if that's going to happen here.
Oh,
look at that, a huge bump. We had a huge bump there from Racing Guest, but he just can't get by him. They're going to be, and now we have cars coming off of pit road. That's going to be Mini on the inside. He's going to get lapped now. As we just, I don't even know what's happening at this point. Juan and Racing Guest are making sure no one else can catch up to them, but now there's a little bit of a gap, as it looks like Racing Guest, I think, might have gone tight there, or might have let off a little bit, just making sure Mini didn't come up into them.
Well, these two teammates racing each other hard for this race lead, as we do see no one else coming down pit road as of right now. Juan still leading as they cross the line. We're slowly getting our way to halfway here in Chicagoland for the Joliet Showdown 150. We'll see how this is going to turn out for the rest of these drivers and the rest of this race. Could Juan go back-to-back here today in D2, or will the 08 try to ruin his party? And the 02 is clear off of pit road. Forgot that he came down pit road. But Guess now trying to, probably just trying to save his stuff, trying to stay in second place and make the move for the lead when he has fresher tires against his teammate. And as they go across the line, Juan's still your leader with 113 in third place, about a second and a half behind these top two. The top two are under a blanket. And now the one is going to go a little high. That did not open the door wide enough for the 08. And we'll see how that's going to turn out in turns 3 and 4, as now the two guys behind the two leaders, 113 and Waternet, will be coming in this time by. So more green flag pit stops underway. And now the 99 of Godona is going to be coming in as well. So 3 drivers coming down pit road. And the top 2 still staying out. We'll see how this fares for these guys. But, and the top 2 will be coming down pit road together, most likely. And 113 and Waternet have both sped on pit road. That's going to be detrimental for both of their chances to win today.
3 laps.
And now Scorched,
huge here.
And now Scorched is going to be coming down pit road as well this time. So unless these two have...
And 113 speed.
Coming down.
113 has sped. He was in third place at the time he came down pit road, and Waternet, who was running fourth, looked to have a shot to win today, and that's not going to happen. As now the leader of Juan comes down pit road, but his teammate of Guest does not come down pit road with him.
Definitely a big thing here. My question now is, I have no idea what the strategy is at this point, but my guess is that Racing Guest is trying to either stretch out his fuel as much as he can. If not, maybe has found a groove with the old tires, but trying to see how long he can stay out while he can. A lot of guys
Guest coming down this time by.
He is. I see. He's finally coming on down.
And as he's coming in, 113 coming into service penalty as well. Right now, still on pit road is the one of Juan, trying to get out as fast as he can, and he gets out right before his teammate of Scorched in the 12. Now down back here to where your leader is of the 08. he gets into his pit box as 113 is coming down pit road to
You can't
serve his
pit
penalty.
if we're doing a drive-through.
And he's going to be taking a questionable line through
113, get out of the box,
through the
bro.
boxes.
Get out of the
And
boxes. 113 doing the
Waternet
drive-thru. What are you doing?
and
Doing
Waternet
He's
coming
just
down to
getting
serve
free
his
fuel, so he has to do another.
drive-through as well. And he gets out cleanly, and now here comes the 08. He might be coming out cleanly, and he's clear of pit road. Now Guest is
DK, that's why I said he has to do another drive-thru.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
113, you have 3 laps to your drive-thru.
and we'll see. Here comes Juan, though. He's gonna try and take the lead, and he takes the lead away from the 08. And Juan, who pit a lap earlier than his teammate did of the 08, a Guest, is now taking the lead away from his teammate. Or now, no, kept his lead. Actually, wait, no. Guest is, no, actually, my bad. Yes, Juan is your leader still, as Guest has Guest is in third. Scorched is in third. So the top 3 are the Shocks Racing teammates. And all calm and spread out as of right now. It's about a 1.5 second gap between the top 2. We'll see where they fare, and the 08's going to go a little wide. But more trouble on pit road. 113 did not serve his penalty to the officials' liking. Therefore, he will have to still serve that penalty. So we'll see when he comes down, or if he does come down. And if he does not, I'm assuming that he will be parked. But as of right now, draft not as strong at this track as it was in Vegas, so cars may not be as packed up as they used to be. But there is a little bit of a battle, though. We got the 99 and the 02 battling it out for 4th place as of right now. Off of turn number 4, these two battling each other. Godona in the 99 and Ron in the 02. We'll see how these two battle it out. And we have lost our second commentator of Diamond. He did have to go to another league race of his own. So it is now just going to be me in the booth as of right now. Of course, you will still hear the officials talking throughout the race. And 113 is clear of pit road. He served the penalty correctly, or to the officials' liking.
I'll join the booth.
And the 99 and the 02 are receiving warnings for wall tapping off of turn number 4.
Alpha, can you officiate for me since I'll move to the booth? I'll start officiating. Can you move to my officiating spot?
And
Wait, can you officiate for me?
A near 2-second lead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to not make the stream dead. So
It's about a 2-second lead between the top 2. So the entire field currently spread out right now. Not a whole lot of action around this track. Draft, of course, as I said, not as prominent as it was in Las Vegas. Of course, these setups, 2 different setups for the 2 tracks, but the two closest cars that we have in this field right now are actually second and third, who is Guest and Scorched, although they are not close enough to each other to where they could strike each other for the position, as Juan is pulling away from these guys. Although the gap,
1, 2, and 3.
the gap is actually slightly shrinking. Although Juan, again, we are past halfway here, but Juan looking to go back to back here in D2. He won Las Vegas last week, and is looking
Blue flag,
to win,
blue flag, just go to high side training, or mini, go to high side.
and is looking to go win here. And now the 98 going to get a blue flag to let the one around, but the one is not able to get a good enough run to pass the 98
we're
for some
battling
reason.
for P2 right now.
And yep, there's our battle P2 between P2 and P3. Scorched and Guest teammates battling for second place right now. The 08 is going to clear him as they go down into turn number 3. He's going to maintain his second place position enough for turn number 4. The 08 is going to gap him just a little bit.
Mini, get off the wall, fam. I said go to a high side, not wall ride. Let these guys by.
So again, the blue flag shown to the 98. Just trying to keep him. Just trying to let these.
Let Peter by. Just let everyone that you see by. On the lead block.
And
Will Scorch and Guest work together here? They are teammates. The chemistry is there.
although yes, indeed, they could work together for to possibly catch up to their other teammate of Juan. Although Scorched, although the draft would not really be enough to work within their favor, they will not gain too much. If anything, they'll probably catch up to them by the time the next pit cycle begins. So, and even then, they probably will have a lot of trouble between that and
the top three
themselves.
have completely different pit strategies. If you remember, Juan
They
was
do.
the first of three to pit, and Guess was the second, and Scorch was the third.
Yes, and of course, we do have another second commentator who has joined in place of Diamond. It is VK, team owner of these top three, excuse me, and a very happy team owner right now, seeing 3 of his cars running top 3 in D2 as of right now. But talking upon that gap between the lead and second place, Juan had nearly a 2-second lead, and now it is shrunk to about 1 second or 1.5 seconds here. So we'll see how these two teammates behind our leader will work together. But the gap has now gained by 1/10 once again. But of course, not a whole lot to really see here. All we can really focus on right now is the battle
For P2,
between, for P2. P2 is the only real battle that's happening right now, and it looks like that they might be trying to work together as Juan crosses the line, and the gap is now.
The game.
Yes, they are. It is now down to a second and 3/10. So they might be able to catch him.
If the 3 teammates linked up, it could be just them pushing each other to like the final 10 laps. You never know.
And there is one pit stop that remains, though. So, and to the inside, Scorch looking to the inside of his teammate. They're side by side. One of them is going to have to back out in order to not lose too much ground to their teammate who is leading. And
Scorch sends it into the wall, losing the position.
Crossover move from the 08 that only cost them time and didn't gain them anything. And Juan still with an incredible lead over his two teammates. And they're going to go, Juan's going to cross the line. We're going to see what the gap is now. And it is still about a second and a half. So these guys have not gained too much time since they first started working together.
Or are they working together? Because they seem to be battling a lot.
Yeah, if I were both of them, I would choose to work together, as it may be an intermediate track and it may be a mile and a half. And again, it could. I mean, it is Chicagoland.
It's up to them if they want to work together, but
it is Chicagoland. But drafting with each other will still help them, as we do have cars coming down pit road.
As they gain 3/10.
They do gain 3/10, and then we do have a car down pit road. It is the 17 of Spy. Spy's coming out of pit road. Will he clear it? And yes, he does. Spy clears pit road, and now back to the battle for second.
Do second and third pit together if they're trying to work together here.
I say that
it first because they're all teammates, but
if
they try to pit on the same lap.
I'd say that as a team they should pit all together, as that would be the way to go if they do just want to work together as a team. But oh, those 12s looking to the inside. Did not get that run.
They are gaining though. So I mean, it went from 1.6 to now 1.3.
It isn't. The gap has not gotten smaller.
Watch the merge. Are you good now?
The gap has not been smaller than a second and 3/10. So we'll see how it is now. And yes, they are gaining. Although that could just be Juan's tires letting go, as well.
His guess is on a later pit strategy, so he does have better tires than them.
Only by one lap, though, so there's not a ginormous difference between the two set of tires, but it is definitely showing.
As Scorch seems to be losing a bit of a gap.
And there's a bit of... No, there's still drivers on track.
It goes below a second here.
Thought there was a
definitely
car
gaining.
Car on pit road. But the 52 did miss the pit, so he will be coming in this time. So we'll have the officials watch him to make sure that he does not speed. But we're coming up on 30 laps to go this time by. Off a turn before you see the 52 coming down pit road. And we're about to see what the gap is right now. It was 9/10, now it's 8/10. So yes, the 1 lap difference in tires is definitely showing. Your pole sitter of the 08 looking to catch the last week's winner of Juan. And of course, Juan looking to go back-to-back, with Guest trying to look for his first career win, looking to be the 3rd different winner this season.
It'd be 3 different winners in 3 different races.
And we got more cars down pit road. The 52 has gotten out of his box, and the 99 just got out of his box. And as the leaders cross the line, we're going to see what the gap is now. It is now... Guest is now gaining... Guest is now gaining 1/10 a lap. So we will see where he will be at the end of this... or before... before they pit.
One thing you forgot to mention is that JP is in fact catching up to Warner.
of course, Waternet was in the picture earlier today, is not anymore, as he is about to go a lap down, but we're going to see what the gap is now. If it is truly gaining 1/10 a lap, that time he lost a tenth to the leader, so the 08's tires must be letting go as well. So these top three must be coming in soon. I do not see them coming out too far. Too far from now. And top three still not choosing to come in.
When does the top three decide to pit?
That's the $1 million question right there. Is the 08 of Guess is getting yet again another 10th, so trying to catch up to his teammate, and
side by side for P2, and Juan is in the wall.
And now second and third are dooring each other, teammates making more contact. This is only going to lose them time to the leader.
Or maybe not. Scorch is... looks like it's a closer gap overall.
Well, then again, out of these three, Scorched has the freshest of tires. And in fact, yeah, he did gain. In fact, both of them gained. Now down to half a second of a lead for Juan.
Juan's tires must be shot, being the first pitter of these things.
These drivers do have to think about pitting soon, and Juan's coming in this time. Juan's coming in this time as well as Scorched.
And so is Guess. Top three are pitting this lap.
All of the top three coming in.
Nobody speeds.
Scorched, Juan, and Guessed, all the top three teammates coming in. We're going to see where they fare. And Juan is going to miss entrance to pit road. That is going to be detrimental to his possible back-to-back victory here today. As we also see Alter down on pit road. So as everybody, not everyone, as the top three all come down pit road, they're all in a row of, they're all in the same row of pit boxes, and the 08 and the 12 are going to go by the 1, and the 1 comes out of his pit box. So here is your running order.
Far behind.
No, he could definitely manage to get them, and Guest, Scorched, and Juan are all clear of pit road. It's going to be a race for the lead with the top three.
Guess our pole sitter is currently in first after the win off of Pace Road. Pace Road. What did I just say?
Although Juan is a bit farther behind. I mean, these guys are spread out, but that could only just mean that could only be because of their them speeding back up.
I mean, it's not completely wrong.
And across the line, Guess being your leader, Scorched in second, about 2 seconds behind, and about 5 seconds behind is Juan. And now Waternet comes out of pit road. So
Archbishop caution, ROBLOX on board.
Words from officials. We have just now gotten word that we are now on a time limit. Guess your leader with Scorched in second. And the servers may shut down, and if they do that, this race could possibly be official, as we're closing in on 20 laps to go. So. And on top of servers possibly shutting down, there is rain in the Joliet area, so oh, but look at this. The gap is now getting closed between first and second. Guess now is now getting hunt down from the 12, now less than a second gap.
Do you push here to possibly hope that rain comes in early?
We will see. Well, there's only one way to really tell. I mean, we aren't 100% sure when it's going to be coming in. We do not have an estimated time, so it is going to be a bit of a tough call for these top two. But, and of course, Juan, who was your leader before the pit cycle began.
Is now 5 seconds back.
Yes, now 5 seconds behind. A
Big
bad
pit road really cost him here.
Yes,
he's still top 3, which isn't bad, but he could have had the win if he didn't mess up there.
Although this could possibly gain him the lead in points, since Ron is the point lead is only being decided by 1 point as of right now. We only have 20 laps to go here in Chicagoland.
The fastest lap of the race is currently a 40.458 by Scorch. So let's see if that changes here in the last 18 laps.
And go down the backstretch. There's about half a second gap between the top two now. So Scorched and Guest both looking to.
As Guest slides up.
Oh, yep. Guest slides up the track. That's going to open up the door for Scorched.
Right there.
Right
as he
there.
taps the wall a little bit.
He's just about in striking distance now.
As Juan just sits back in third. Loses time.
As of right now, it looks like Shocks Racing will be going for a top 3 finish. That is if we do stay green the entire way. Go down to turn number 3. Scorched might be looking for the lead here. These drivers do know that we are on a time. We are on a bit of a timer now. As Scorched looks to the inside, the 08 goes into the outside wall. Guest went into the outside wall and lost the lead to Scorched off at turn number 4. That happened, and now Scorched is your new leader. And we got trouble. Juan spins around in the tri-oval, and that's a ton of ground loss for the one car. He dominated a lot of this race today, was hoping for a top 3 finish, and now that gap between he and 4th place has shrunk. Not enough to where he could lose a position, but enough to where that lost him a ton of time with the leaders. And now back to the lead off at turn number 4. Guest is now all over the back bumper of his teammate. It's now less than a tenth. And more words from some other drivers and officials. The second Adrenaline Motorsports entry of ESO in the 52 has now had some problems. So the 52 possibly out of this race.
He ran out of fuel.
The 52 possibly has run out of fuel, and as that is happening,
52, don't come up the track. Don't go back down. Go back down. Go to the wall. Towards the wall. Go towards the wall and just stop. He's out of the race, right? Must do enough.
No, his fuel is a 68.82.
Why are you going so slow then?
Something's wrong with the car.
With the car.
Maybe engine issues.
So mechanical issues for both Adrenaline Motorsports. Both Adrenaline Motorsports drivers having engine issues. Not a good day for the AMS drivers. But another team that is not having as bad of issues as Adrenaline is Shocks Racing. Still 1, 2, and 3 as Scorched is leading. And no, that lead is gonna. The commentator's curse strikes, and the 08 of Guess is gonna take over the lead. Now he gets tied on the exit of 4, and now they're side-by-side drag racing. And across the line, it's gonna be Scorched who leads that lap. Very, very interesting, exciting racing actually for this race.
Scorched slides up. Well, Guess
thought it was
taking advantage.
We thought Scorch was gonna lose the lead after he got tight on the entrance of the
and
corner.
Then Guess loses it.
and then Guest lost it, and the crossover move from the 12. Let's see if it's gonna happen again here.
The 8 sends it, basically, or the 12 just had a bad corner.
And they make contact. They almost get spun into the inside wall, and now the 08 is down to the inside. These teammates racing each other hard, and they're drag racing across the line. Incredible racing between these two drivers, although they might be getting heated with each other. And he's going to file in right behind him. Down the backstretch they go. And an update on the 52. And an update on the 52, he came down pit road so the crew could look at the engine. He is currently out on the track right now on the apron.
So
with that,
stay in the grass, Just respawn your car, fam.
So he is still a bit slow, although... And now he's back up to speed. Whatever that crew did to his car is now fixed it. And we got a battle for the lead! The 12 car down to the inside for the lead. The 08 now on the outside. He got tight on the exit of the corner, and now his teammate of Scorch is now drag racing him down the front stretch. And we got 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go here in Chicagoland. And it's a great battle between the top two. And with 9 laps to go here, Iso in the 52, still...
Rain is closing in.
Still slow. Yes, rain is still closing in. Although we do have word that we might be able to barely squeeze in the rest of this race if circumstances do remain the same. Although now Guest is starting to lose a bit of ground to the 12.
Scorch is pulling away in the final 10 laps of this race.
Scorch got a little tight on exit, and now the 08 is going to try and get himself back up to his teammate.
Around 3 car lengths is the distance. Oh, and the 12 slide up. He's there. Guess is there to compete for the lead.
Trying to look to the inside. Will he look to the inside in turn number 3?
Distancing.
He's
As
trying
the
to
12
look.
completely sends it on the apron, slides up, and that leaves room for the 8. Or the
And
08.
here comes the 08. Oh, he's going to have to back out of it just a little bit, but now he's got the run. He's all over the back bumper of the 12. 8 laps to go here. Down to the turn number 1, the 12 goes wide. Here comes the 08. Guest looks to the inside. Incredible battle for the top 2 here as they're drag racing off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. They're still side by side. They're dead even coming down the back. Down into turn number 3. Guest is going to have the preferred line compared to Scorch on the high lane. He's going to file in right behind him. And yet again, another lead change. Guest back to the lead, but he's going to get crossed over from the 12. The 12 is now back to the lead. Across the line. And down to the inside of the racetrack. Guest is now back to the lead. And more engine issues for the 52. That's not going to work well for him, as we're about to come to 5 laps to go here in Chicagoland. Will we be able to finish this race, or will rain come in and ruin our party? We'll figure it out in about 5 laps time. And it's a 2/10 gap between the top 2. Guest currently leading his teammate of Scorched, who is in 2nd. Scorched starting on pole. He had a great run at the end of the Las Vegas race. So
Blue flag 113. Blue flag.
We'll see.
Go on the high side on the tribal. Just let him by.
We'll see if these lap cars somehow hold up the 08.
Katana, get out the way.
Alter did not let the 08 by immediately, so that might have held him up just a little bit. But now 2 lap cars are between Scorch and and his teammate, a Guest. They're gonna get out of the way for him. And now Scorch is now going to try his best to hunt down his teammate, who is only pulling away lap after lap, as we only have 4 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Now down into turn number 1. It's a 6/10 gap between 1st and 2nd. As we are coming up, as we only have 3 laps to go, coming up on 2 to go this time by. Guest looking for his first career win in D2. And Scorched trying to hunt him down. Scorch has got to wait for a mistake from the 08 to possibly pounce on his teammate and take this lead. So we'll see how it turns out. 2 laps remain here. And we got... Oh, no, that's still ESO in the 52. And we got problems on pit entry. 113 runs out of fuel just before he got to pit road. And that is not going to be good. We cannot have a car stationary on track. And of course that will be a DNF. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be a caution or not. That will be up to the officials. And it's too late for a caution, so... he will be removed off of the track, but back to the leaders, and it's the white flag. White flag waves in the air here at Chicagoland. Down the backstretch they go off at turn number 2. Guest looking for his first career win. He started on pole today. He was looking for this since the beginning of his career. Out of turn number 3 into turn number 4. Guest down into the trial hole. Wins Chicagoland. And it's going to be Shocks Racing. Shocks Racing is going to finish 1, 2, and 3 and wins back-to-back races. Guest started on pole and wins today here in Chicago.